There's an easy chance at winning a Dragy GPS performance tracker. All you have to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel. One of the first 1,000 subscribers are going to be entered to win this Dragy GPS performance tracker. This thing tracks your quarter-mile time, 0 to 60, and even 60 to 130. It's super accurate and perfect if you're into tuning and racing cars. All you gotta do to enter to win is go to my YouTube channel, link in the description, and subscribe. One of the first 1,000 subscribers are going to walk away with a GPS performance tracker. I'll do a live giveaway when it is finished. In the meantime, you get to see me do cool stuff like Ecoboost swap an 88 Ford Festiva, or turbo my S2000, or rotary swap a Datsun B210. So, if you're into that kind of stuff, definitely subscribe, and it automatically enters you to win a GPS performance tracker.
Alright, so we're back on the Festiva, and I went to the junkyard and picked up a factory 1.6 intake setup because I'm no longer going to be running the battery up here. It's going to go in the back. So you can actually do a cold air style intake, and if you didn't know, on the Fiestas, people have tried to redesign the factory style intake, and compared to factory, none of them have done a better job than what Ford did by designing the crossover pipe, bringing the air. They actually have a scoop on the front of the Fiesta that draws in fresh cold air. So it's literally the best intake on the market for the Fiesta ST. So I'm going to put this guy on. I think I may have to move the fuel pressure regulator now, which is okay because I can mount something else there. I'm going to extend and redo the line on this and mount the catch can somewhere else. Oh, I'm also going to do an actual return instead of vent to atmosphere because we no longer use this anyway, so it's kind of pointless. So while this is out, I'm going to go ahead and paint this. I have that bolted in. I'm going to paint this just because this is just a primer white. I'm going to end up painting these radiator brackets as well. Clutch slave line seal came in, and so I'm going to do that as well and bleed the clutch. While I'm waiting on that stuff to dry, I'm going to do this clutch slave seal. Grab a pick tool. Make sure this spring doesn't go flying. Alright. So, I kept losing all my fluid. I don't know if you can see from that angle with the... But anyways, the little tip on the end of the wheel is gone. And they're a pretty universal part. I think this one I got was for a GM. And I don't think they actually use that other ring in there. They just slide over the tip like that. I'm going to save these though, just in case it ever starts leaking again. I have some backups. Like that. Back in. Retaining clip back on. And there it is. So what I've done in the past to bleed these is, and I'm going to put this down here so I get brake fluid all over the floor. Pushing fluid back up the other way actually works better than trying to draw fluid through. I don't know why that is, but it seemed to always work. Alright, I'm going to need a second hand for this. Hey, down. Want to be in a video?
No.
So you're in it. Alright, try to press it.
It's still really soft, but it's not going down. It's still stuck though.
Okay. Alright, pull it up and try it again. Pump it a few times.
I have to pull it up.
You have to pull it up again?
Yeah.
Now go down. It's coming up on its own?
No. I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, keep pumping it. Alright, cool.
There you go. Look at you go.
So right now I'm doing an oil change because once I get the radiator back in, now that I have the clutch line done, I'm not going to be able to easily get to the filter housing. So I'm going to go ahead and just change the filter now, and then it'll be done and running fresh oil with a fresh filter, and it's something we won't have to worry about. You can get it out, but we'll probably end up doing an oil filter relocation anyways, just to make it easier, but you can still get it out here. You have to untwist it and then pull back this hose and drop it through the side. It's kind of a pain, but it does still come out. It just is a lot easier to do it now while the radiator is out. I don't know why that was so tight, but I will make sure going back on, it's not that tight anymore. And believe it or not, that oil is not that old. I don't know how it got that trashed already. These are the oil cooler lines, so when we readapt, we may end up just ditching these entirely. Alright folks, we're back. Now I have a POV view, so that way you can actually see what I'm working on, because when I put you on the stand, you can't actually see much. Anyways, I just did intercooler brackets. By the way, I don't have fancy expensive stuff. I used to have an older welder, not so great, so I bought this MIG. But just running it on the flux core, I mean, this thing does like the best that I've seen a wire feed do. So if you were interested in buying one of these, honest review, obviously I'm not being paid by these people, but this thing actually does pretty good, and it's only on 120 there. It's a dedicated circuit, so I could pull the neutral off at the panel and land it on another leg, and then I could have 220 there and just change the receptacle as long as the wire size is right. I haven't opened that up to actually look, but anyways, have that on. The radiator is in and hooked up. I think we went over the clutch line. The clutch line is now done. I started plumbing the intercooler stuff, and then I was like, you know what, I need to get it in its final place first. And then I put the battery kill switch here, and place of the fuel door. Per race spec, it has to be on the outside of the vehicle. I thought instead of having a useless fuel door, that's a perfect spot for it. Once I get everything switched over to the new tank that is behind the firewall, I will mount the battery box back there behind the driver, and then the wires will just go right into there. Let's see, what else did I get done? I've already gone over the ECU. By the way, this is the intake setup that we're going to do. With the fan being right here, if the intake's right there, it's just gonna suck in hot air. I know it's intercooled, but when you're tracking a car, you still want to keep your intake temps down as much as possible. So I'm going to get a coupler here for this guy, and then I could be getting that cool air from behind the headlight. So I'm going to drill these holes out and mount the intercooler, and then start working on plumbing the intercooler piping. Alright, so this is what I've done for the day. I got the intercooler mounted up with the new front bumper setup. I have a little bit more to go, but I am going to call it for today just because I'm waiting on intercooler piping, some more intercooler piping, so that'll all have to come back off. I'm going to seal the front edge of that custom made bumper there. We're going to do metal fender liners and tack them in. So those came off for now, and the rear one broke anyways. But yeah, that's it for today and for this video, and I will be back midweek sometime with another update on this. But I'm trying to hurry up and get this out of the garage because I need to get the rotary out of the 510 swapped over into the B210. And I was supposed to go pick up another B210 today, but the guy never hit me up, so maybe sometime later this week. Anyways, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.